Hi, hello, welcome to a new video. This is gonna be another quite talky video because I'm going through all my journals and kind of explaining how I divide up my journaling, what journal I use for what. So as you can see, there's a lot, so let's get into it. First up, we have what I would call kind of like my journaling beginning, except for a diary. I started this journal to like keep track of funny stuff that happened in school, and that's all that's in there, which is why I'm not showing it to you, but I also wrote like lyrics and basically anything I wanted into that notebook. Next up, my bullet journals. There's 4 volumes till now. I started bullet journaling, I want to say 2018, that would make sense. But I guess, 2016. Well, here we go. It was a ride. Like, I did a lot of stuff that I wouldn't do like that anymore. Like these kind of spreads, I don't know what I did there, but it's kind of fun to look back on. I also did a lot of these, like, kind of just copying what I saw on Pinterest. Here's an example of a habit tracker I used to keep. So it was vertical and there was a lot to track. I don't even know how I did that. And then I did like these basic pages, like feel good songs, and oh my goodness, the calligraphy. It's always fun to look back on though. And like this spread, I copied, and then I had a masking page. It was very random at the end, but it was a good start. I was very proud of this when I started it, and it's also a journal I bound myself, so yeah, kind of fun beginning into the journaling world. Volume 2, also one I bound myself, but this is 2018. I kind of like this spread a lot, but the reason it's so simple is because I had my like homework planner. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you a lot of the setups because they're very like filled out and personal, but yeah, I kind of abandoned this journal halfway through the year, I think, and as you can see, I did like a pen testing page instead of actual spreads. I like didn't journal for I think half a year, and then I got into the Christmas spirit and I did like weeklies, like dailies, where I would write stuff down almost like a diary. And then in the back is a lot of random spreads, like this Ghibli-a-thon, which I still use. I'm almost through. Those movies are a blessing. And yeah, then I used to track my reading like this. And here's another random page of a Marvel thing and a playlist I did, which I think was just inspired by that thing, like the drawing I did. And yeah, I wanted to show this study thingy because I was very proud of that. It's the DNA separating, because I did biology studying for my finals, and yeah, it was stressful, but I was so proud of the spread, and I don't know, I think that got me through. And we're already on to volume 3. I should have planned this better, like flipping through. Anyway, as you can see, the calendar is tiny because I still have my other planner, and I did an October aesthetic page, which I never did after that, but it looks kind of cool, I guess. Then skipping to Christmas, I did a whole spread which was like called something like how to get in the Christmas spirit and like, yeah, not being stressed out too much. Yeah, and then it's the new year. My new year setup is the exact same I did this year, so if you want to look at that, go to my 2021 setup. And now I'm just flipping through some stuff you didn't see, so January and February, because I didn't film those yet. And then now the ones you see are all videos up on my channel, so if you want to see those setups, I will link them below. And then the 4th volume you also pretty much know everything about because it's just December, and then my 2021 setup, so I'm not gonna flip through that. You can look up the 2021 setup and also the December setup. Next up we have what I would call dream journals. Another one I'm not gonna flip through, but basically I just write down my dreams if I remember them. And then we have my mental health journals, which I'm also not gonna show because it's literally just writing about how I'm feeling. There's 3 volumes so far. I do a lot of also like quotes and stuff, so yeah, I just showed you this one, which is just pretend you know what you're doing. That's what we all do. Apparently I was very in my fields then. But yeah, it's basically just, I don't journal in this daily, I just write in it when I feel like something is happening with my mental health, or yeah, something affected me. That's when I write in there. And finally, we have some journals I can actually show you, which is my creative journals, I would say. This is the first one I ever started. It was kind of coming off of the first journal I showed you, and in the beginning it was literally just lyrics. This is what I did during class, write down lyrics of songs I really liked. But now it's more of a place for like artistic creativity. So I did this whole spread about Lauf's album, and I like how it turned out, but this journal is still very empty. And then we have this chunky boy, which you should have seen in my journal with me. I don't even remember where I got this from, but it's a literal book like for reading, but I use it for anything and everything. Like I did a scrapbook page, and then I did this, which I don't remember how I came up with this, but it looks kind of cool. I'm very proud of this one. And yeah, I'm sorry if you don't like drawing into books and stuff, because I know some people get mad, but yeah, this one is also fun because I actually stitched into the book. I put dried flowers into this book. Like, this is just whatever I want to try, I usually put in this book. Like, here we have some candle wax. I don't know what I did there. But yeah, it's very fun. Anything that I want to try out, I usually put in this journal. And I like the format because it's like longer. I can't explain this. This is also one of my favorite pages. There's lots of lyrics in here, and like, yeah, pages that I didn't show you also include like journal entries, so it's my creative place, I would say, I guess. Last we have my sketchbook, which used to have like photos and stuff, which is why I'm skipping a big chunk of it. But this is yeah, a sketchbook. I try out stuff that I want to put on cards, I try out pens. And yeah, recently I've been doing some sketching of like faces because I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying to improve. So everything that like I just want to scribble something down. I did like hand studies in here. It's very messy and like doesn't have to be perfect kind of sketchbook, which is very freeing. Like, you should have that kind of space. Like, look at that horse, it's terrible, but I practiced, so it's fine. Yeah, a lot of like idea sketching for like bigger projects I want to do. Anything like that goes into this journal. This one is a funny one. I started doing book reviews in 2019, I think. So every single book I read that year, I wrote a review for. But I did like an aesthetic page for it, and it's kind of funny because like some of these books like I really didn't like, but it's very freeing to write it down, and it's funny to read afterwards because I do not care about what I write in this. So if I really hated something, I will write that down. Moving on to what is basically my diary. Some call it Phobonichi, which is basically every day I write down what happened. Yeah, and I decorate the pages, which is why it's so chunky. This used to actually be a 3-year journal, like 3-year diary, which is why it has sections. Like, you're supposed to write one thing every day, and then in 3 years you can look back, but I tried to do that and it didn't work out, so that's why. And now, lastly, we have my junk journals, which this one is an empty one that I haven't used yet. If you're interested on how I make these, there's a whole video up on my channel. But yeah, this next one is the one I'm actually currently using. It's filled with random stuff, a lot of BTS and K-pop, because apparently that's what I'm into, if you didn't guess by now. Okay, I realize that from the stuff I'm showing you, this looks like a K-pop journal, but I promise there's actually a lot of stuff about work in here. I take this to work, and this is also a very free journal. I journal about whatever the hell I want, like stuff that happened at work, stuff that annoyed me, stuff that's happening with like friends, and anything. So yeah, I'm obviously not gonna show you that, which is why it looks like just K-pop. That's it. That's the whole video. All my journals. Wow, I can't believe how much I just talked. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next one. Bye!